done with sports talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, we got a big middleweight fight coming up. Golovkin and Derenchenko. But let's talk a little bit of Anthony Joshua. Because your boxing pundit, former cruiserweight champ, Johnny Nelson, he was saying that, Anthony Joshua lost at the perfect time versus Andy Ruiz Jr. in that first fight. So you would think, right away, well, there's never really a perfect time to lose. But I understand where he's going with it because he's saying at the end of the day, everybody can have a night off, especially when you're not focused on someone. When an opponent is taken away, some fighters, that's kind of heartbreaking because they were focused on one opponent and then he's replaced. Then he's replaced with someone who is hard to not look at. He doesn't look like he's fit. And people are saying he's not fit, this and that, and you're not focused on him. Isn't that what we're saying here? That's why I think the champions, once they get to become a champion, I think when they get beat, they deserve a rematch because they were champion. Because that can happen. You can't be totally focused. That can just happen, right? So that's why I agree with them on what's not a perfect time, but it was not a bad time to lose because now you get an opportunity to right that wrong. Now, speaking of that opportunity, that's not going to be easy. Shades of Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, and the rematch between those two, right? That's the same thing went down basically. Big, formidable guy, Mike Tyson, totally formidable. Just had the hiccup against Buster Douglas. Came there, hit Evander Holyfield in round one with something that would have knocked the other ones down. That were, basically didn't want none in the first place. Was already intimidated. Holyfield went up against them ropes, and then there was a fight. Holyfield basically knocked him out around 11, I think it was. In the rematch, because Mike Tyson knew Holyfield took some and gave some, then that was mentally, and then start beating him in round one of the next fight. That's when that ear bite happened. So at the end of the day, Anthony Joshua will understand what happened in that fight. Because like I keep saying, Anthony Joshua looked pretty good to me in the fight. He was doing some of the same things he was doing against Povetkin, right? But, he landed some good, hard punches on this guy. We know the left hook dropped Andy Ruiz Jr., but the right hand directly after that. And a lot of punches, even in round 7, before being just retaliated on, he landed some nice peaches of left hooks. Ruiz took those punches. And so my point is Anthony Joshua going to hit Andy Ruiz a whole lot more without being retaliated on? Remember, this is Mr. Discount. You give him one, he'll give you 3 for free, right? You not want to do that. So that's what's going to make it very interesting because if Anthony Joshua were to win this fight, it's going to be something spectacular. And that's what the good thing about this fight. It's going to be spectacular because no matter what the scenario is, but we're talking Anthony Joshua here. If Anthony Joshua were to come back and beat him, then he would become a 2-time champ. That would be feathering his cap. And then he can go from there. Who knows where he's going to go? He's not talking the things I want to hear him talk, but it's one step at a time for him from his perspective. But here's the point. There's no excuses here because now he's focused for months on this one guy, Andy Ruiz Jr. So if he don't win this fight, he's in big trouble. So there's pressure there, but I think that's exactly what Johnny Nelson is talking about. That wakes up the hunger. That's what Anthony Joshua needs. So he's going to be dangerous as well. Another good reason to watch the damn fight, ain't it? Doing sports talk worldwide. And I'm up out of here, y'all.